So, a pleasant morning to each and everyone. Good morning! So, today let's continue our topic this morning. So, for today, we are going to talk about language testing approaches and techniques. So, yours truly, and I'm your discussant, Christian Lee Viva Milan, Battles 4. Let's proceed to our top questions. First, so let's try to answer these top questions here. Why it is important to know and understand the language testing approaches and techniques. So why it is important? Yes, Miss Elmidorial, I see you pondering deeply. I see you thinking the answers. So please give your opinion about our first question. Why it is very important for us to understand language testing approaches and techniques. You have your portfolio, you have your questionnaires that you're going to test your students. How are you going to examine? How are you going to evaluate? How are you going to give your quiz? What type of quiz? What technique? What is the thing? So it is very important for us to know about the thing. Second, Miss Anessa Maymukay is still smiling at the back. So please stand and read the question. So what is the advantage? Let's use it out. Let's check it. So what is the advantage? What is the advantage of learning language testing approaches and techniques? So maybe every one of us considering to teach. So either online, either in a traditional classroom, but knowing and understanding, learning the language testing. So ako na lang mag-answer ano ka lang yan? So learning language testing makes you in advance when it comes to saying that you are being aware, you are capable of constructing tests, constructing questions that is considerable, acceptable, not just only for your standard, but it may also suit for the students. Lastly, yes, Miss Angelica, please rise and read and answer the question number 4. It's a hot question. Is it hot? I think very hot. So, your own opinion, it's subjective. Like, yes, that's correct. That's right. So here's our topic outline for today's video. First, we're going to talk about approaches to language testing, which anchor in 4 approaches. We have first is a translation approach, structuralist approach, integrative approach, and communicative approach. The second topic is test techniques that is consist of 4. So we have direct versus indirect testing, discrete point versus integrative, norm reference versus criterion reference testing, and objective versus subjective testing. So in approaches, we are going to learn their strength, their weaknesses, their characteristics and types. Meanwhile, in test techniques, we are going to see their differences and their example as well. But before we are going to go back to the next topic, let's have an activity. This is group 1 and this is group 2. So the title of our activity today is The Word in the Box. The Word in the Box. So you are going to, the main point, the main objective in this case, you are going to guess what is the word inside the box, and major hint is its definition. I'm going to give the definition, and whosoever of you got the answer, you will stand up and speak out loud and say your answer. Are you ready for our activity today? First word. It is a noun. It is the words, their pronunciation, and the methods of combining them used and understood by the community. Next, a systematic means of communication, ideas or feelings. Language! Language is correct! Give your applause. Let's talk about our first topic, which is language testing and approaches. So we all know that we have four types of language testing and approaches. So we are going to talk about the first approach, which is the essay translation approach. So what is essay translation approach? We are going to see first its characteristics and types of test in the essay translation approach. First, please read Giovanni. All. Number 4. Yes. Thank you very much. So, the essay translation approach, first characteristics and types of test is it is commonly referred to as the pre-scientific stage of language wherein no special skill or expertise in testing is required. So, in characteristic number 2, no special skill or expertise in testing is required doesn't mean that the person is illiterate or the student is or somehow illiterate, but there is no need for a teacher or a student to scrutinize, to evaluate well, scrutinize to scrutinize to evaluate well their, for instance, their easy writing. In easy writing, you have the capacity to write an essay, but there's no need for you to know about the languages, different languages, but you are free to express yourself. You are free to speak in English, in French. We have this type of essay translation approach. So let's examine the strengths of essay translation approach. First, easy to follow because teachers will simply use their subjective judgment. The approach will be used for testing any level of examination. So, because of subjectivism, so a subjective judgment is used, so easy to follow. This kind of approach is easy to follow. At the same time, this approach will be used for testing any level of examination. It can be at any level, but in the intermediate and advanced levels, so it is composed of oral components like oral recitation, but this approach is suitable not just for intermediate and advanced, but for all levels. Weaknesses of the essay translation approach. If there is a strength, so let's examine its weaknesses. First, subjective judgment of the teachers tend to be biased. So as it is subjective, so whatsoever the language used by the student, so as the teacher na dili siya kabalutan na sa language, so it is biased. So the test have a heavy literary and cultural bias. Next, we have the structuralist approach. So characteristics and types in structuralist approach. Please read Miss Chiri and
Cheering. Characteristic and types of tasks in a structuralist.
Okay, thank you very much. Views and topics are relationshiply constrained with systematic appreciation of a set of habits. When you say systematic, it is organized, it is synchronized. 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. So structuralist, you are tending to learn, to let the student learn the language step by step, level by level, systematically. So if you are testing, you are targeting to learn phonology, so you are focusing in phonology, step by step, vocabulary. First week or this month is vocabulary. You are going to learn words step by step, chronological, systematic. So let's see its strength. Please read, Miss Karen. Okay, please. So, testing students' capability in this approach may objectively and truly be used by the testers. So, let's have a recap. What are those four approaches? First, the essay translation approach. Second is a structuralist approach. Third, communicative approach. Another is integrative approach. Again, what are the approaches towards language testing? Integrative approach. So we are going this time. We are going to talk about language test techniques. So there are four pairs of language test techniques. So language testing techniques is the techniques in testing the language and disseminating tests, giving tests, what type of test you are going to give to your students. So first we have direct testing versus indirect testing. What are their differences? So when we say direct testing, please read Miss Balini.
Everything
Direct testing.
the test requires the candidate to perform precisely the skills that the test wishes to measure. Easier to carry out when it is intended.
Okay, so that's it. So requires candidate to perform precisely the skill. So if the teacher want to develop the reading skill, so students, the teacher itself will deploy materials with regards to reading. In writing, teacher will deploy materials that is related to writing. So that is direct testing. Indirect, underline items which the students need to identify as erroneous in standard English. Next, we have discrete point testing versus integrative point testing. Discrete point testing is, please read, Angelica.
Discrete-point testing it refers to testing one.
Okay, first we are testing one item, one element at a time, item by item. So integrative testing requires the candidate to combine many language elements in the completion of the task. So, for instance, the identify errors. So you are not just identify the error, but you must need to able to read, able to familiarize the rules, grammar. So discrete point tests will always be indirect, while integrative tests will tend to be direct. Another is objective versus subjective testing. So objective testing is no judgment is required on the part of a scorer. Objective in a sense that there is only one answer, while subjective testing, if judgment is spoke for, if the scorer is looking for only one right answer. So as simple as that, subjective A test, any type of test that requires only one answer, while subjective testing includes scorer. If the scorer is not looking for only one right answer. So, do you guys understand the four testing techniques, four pairs? So, what are those pairs? First is we have direct versus indirect. Then
Norm
our reference versus
reference.
material reference testing.
Objective versus
Discrete point versus integrated point testing. So before we're going to proceed our bonus activity, is there any question, any clarification? So if there is none, let's proceed to our post activity. Okay, you will now proceed to your group mates. Go! our post activity is titled Pick a Card. And it is 1 point. 9, 13. So congratulations, group 1. And group 2, group 1. So doing that,